Hi, I'm Amy. Why am I here and why did I want to broadcast myself, my thoughts, face into the huge dark hole of YouTube? Well, it was for me when I was a child. I grew up in South Africa. Not that South Africans didn't have TVs when I grew up, but for a lot of my childhood, we didn't have a television. It was very good for my creativity, and I did all sorts of things to keep myself busy. My parents were busy, there was no TV, and I made a lot of things: photography, drawing, making jewelry, making cards, bead making, creating brands that didn't exist, making music, silly songs. It gave me a lot of space and a lot of exercise in being creative and trying new things. In today's age, TV is dead. It's a place where everyone can be a creator and also a consumer, and we want things that are unique to our interests and our tastes, and people want to be creative, and I think YouTube is a way to do that, and it's just a great channel for creativity. From Greek mythology to ancient proverbs and biblical stories. I grew up in a very Christian home, and there were a lot of biblical stories that were told, and those are crazy stories, but they are captivating and they teach you something about life, reveal what's in the heart of humans, and I think that storytelling is powerful way to connect and a way to communicate. It is alive and well, and it has been for thousands of years and will continue to be. When I finished university, I wanted to travel, and I had an opportunity to teach English in China. I was 21 and I taught 40 19-year-olds how to speak English, or at least I tried, and I would take lots of pictures and I would write long emails to my family and friends, and I would send them back home, and I really enjoyed that process of just looking at what was happening, experiencing life, and then turning it into something that I could share with other people. I've always been fascinated by other people's stories, and I want this place to be a place where I look at other people's lives and biographies and artists and creatives, and we all have stories to tell. When I came back from teaching English in China, I was figuring out what to do with my life. I read an amazing book, What Color is Your Parachute by Richard Bowles. And that book is a book that has been in publication since the 1970s. There's a new edition, I think, every year. But I read it just after coming back from China, enjoying the process of telling my story, and it was doing all the exercises in that book that I realized I wanted to get into a space where I could be creative, and the media industry looked like a place to do that. Through the advice of that book, I managed to get a job in the television industry without experience, connections, or correct degree. I think that good advice survives, and there is so much good advice on YouTube, and I've learned so much. And so yes, this is another case for YouTube. Quite soon after coming to the UK, my mom passed away, and that was like my whole world just stopped. It really got me thinking about how she lived her life, what she did, what I want to do with my life, and how I want to live my life. My mom was only 19 when she got married, which is super young, but it was the 60s, and she had so much creative potential. She was busy, she had 4 kids, she had to work. I don't think expressed it as much as she could, and she said she wished she didn't care about what other people thought sooner in life, and she also wished that she had started playing the piano sooner. Those two things, I think, reminded me that any creative inclination and anything that's like drawing you to make and to express yourself and is just a sign that you need to be creative. Life is short, why not start? YouTube is a place for exploration, it's a place for education, inspiration. I am already a part of the world by being a consumer of it, and I really believe that we need to balance consuming with creativity, and being a creator on YouTube is a way to do that. So if you are still watching, thank you for being here. Soul Garden will be a place where I explore what it means to be a creative human. I will look at other people's stories, try and learn from other people's lives, books I've read, art, design, and it'll be a place where your soul can be fed and grow in creativity, encouraging others to be creative and encouraging myself to be creative. This is what will make us distinctive as human beings from machines, and it's important for us to learn how to learn, to challenge ourselves. And thank you for watching, and if you did enjoy this, please like and subscribe and stay tuned for more. Thank you. Bye.